3 or 4 questions came in the chemistry in this year that may create a controversy, and out of those 3 or 4, this is one of the questions. Now see, if I go by NCERT, if I go by the NCERT lines, answer is going to be option number 1, but this is the incorrect statement. The right answer is going to be option number 2. But why this is happening? This is happening because they have assumed that KMnO4 can react in the 2 medium, OH negative and KMnO4 in the acidic medium. But is it the complete truth? Is it the final fact? Or there is the intermediate conditions? Or it can be subdivided? Answer is, before going to the answer, let's see what the NCERT is telling. NCERT is telling that if I take KMnO4 in the basic medium, this is going to generate the diol. If I take KMnO4 in the acidic medium, this is going to generate a ketone and CO2. This is going to generate a ketone and CO2, or this is going to generate acid. Now they are telling that this can be ketone and CO2, or this can be acid. Based on this, it appears that answer is going to be option number 1. But I told in the beginning itself that it's a wrong answer, it's an incorrect statement. But why it is? Answer is, let's start with the proper what the popular conception is there. That KMnO4 in the basic medium, this is known as base reagent. This is factually incorrect. This is factually incorrect. Why? Because it's a 1% only. It's a 1% cold dilute alkaline solution. That is known as base reagent. If I take 5%, 10%, then, and if it is not hot, if it is hot, then in that case, can it be called as base reagent? Answer is flat no. It cannot be called as base reagent. Let's see what is happening if the C single bond, C double bond, C is there. And in this case, what will happen? If it is KMnO4 reacting with KMnO4 in basic medium, this is supposed to generate a diol. This is supposed to generate a diol, which has been popularized as colorless. Okay, it is going to be colorless. But what's the byproduct? Byproduct in the basic medium, this is going to generate K2MnO4. It's a somewhat green color, which gets decomposed, which gets converted into MnO2, and that is having gray color. So we started with the pink color, and we got the gray color. So we cannot say technically that it has been colorless. Of course, the color has been discharged, but it cannot be concluded that it's a colorless compound. One compound has been generated, MnO2, that is having a certain type of the color. So first part is, it's a factually incorrect statement to say. Now see, what will happen if I take the acidic medium? If I take the acidic medium, this is supposed to happen. If it is like this type of the molecule, this will get broken from this side, and this is going to generate COOH, and this will generate HCOOH, which will get converted into CO2. If it is 1 carbon, this is going to get converted into CO2. But if it is 2 carbon, this is going to get converted into 2 molecules of acid. And if the compound is like this, this will generate a compound which can be C double bond OC, and this will get converted into COOH, which will get converted into CO2. And of course, if I put one more carbon, we will get one. Suppose this is like this. In this case, we are going to get a ketone plus acid. So every assumption is telling that answer should be acid. And one more evidence is there in support of NCERT. One more evidence is there that we have learned that this is CH3 and this is the KMnO4 in acidic medium. This will generate the benzoic acid. So till now we came to the conclusion that NCERT is correct statement. Okay, but the problem is there. And where is the problem? Let's read this line. What they have told, that it depends on the experimental conditions. And what the experimental conditions are there? They are partially true and partially incorrect. They are partially correct, they are partially incorrect. Why? Because the story starts with this line, that KMNO4, whether it's a basic medium or acidic medium, whether it's a basic medium or acidic medium, it can have two different type of the condition. One is the cold, one is the hot. Cold means up to 25 degrees Celsius, and hot means starting with 80 degree to 120 degree, because this is the experimental condition. In this case, this is going to generate diol. In this case, this is going to generate diol. Suppose if I have taken this compound, this is going to generate diol. But in this case, this is going to generate C double bond OOH plus CO2. Initially, it will be HCOOH, which gets converted into CO2. So bond cleavage takes place at higher temperature. Bond cleavage takes place at higher temperature. And if it is the region, then let's see the statement. Here they have not written any delta sign. And if delta sign is missing, by default it should be considered as cold. And if it is cold, then answer is going to be option number 2. Now everything is ball is in the court of NTA. If they say answer is 2, then well and good. If they say answer is 1, then debate will start, because one fact is there. Science is not what is written in the NCRT or ACRT or BCRT. And science is what we are facing in the laboratory. What the laboratory results are there, that is known as science. What has been documented may or may not be correct. So debate will start if they give say certain different type of the answer. But right now the answer is going to be 2. So in this case the answer is going to be 2. This is the right answer.